Welcome back to another episode of Treachery Tarot. I'm your host, Sarah. Today we're going to be looking for some answers to all the weird things that are happening around the Trump administration today and going into April. Before we get started, be sure to take a moment and click the like and subscribe button. And if you have any questions you'd like me to cover in the next reading, feel free to leave those in the comments. I do have a whole playlist of political tarot readings for the regime. So if you like these kinds of videos, feel free to check out the playlist. It will be linked in the cards and on the end screen thingamabob. I don't know what that's called. Timestamps will also be provided in the description and the comments. As always, these allow you to hop around from topic to topic covered in the video. And lastly, if you like the channel and you like what I do here, hit the description box and check out some of my links. If you are a reader, head over to my Substack for witchy things. And if you enjoy horror fiction, dark fantasy, or science fiction, consider grabbing a copy of my book, Ghost Mountain, Witches and Wanderers, also linked in the description, and now available on audiobook. Now, let's get started. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but France wants the Statue of Liberty back. And you know you have failed as an American president when France is like, give it back. You don't deserve it. It doesn't belong there. We want him back. Imagine still supporting this guy at this point in time. Can you imagine? Like, if you're having a bad day, just remind yourself, there are people out there right now who think what Trump is doing is good. I'm being mean. I'm sorry. I'm so mean. Okay, let's get one card down. How serious is France about taking back the Statue of Liberty? I can't believe this is even a thing, you guys. I can't. She looks quite a bit like the Statue of Liberty, doesn't she? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So let's start here, and then we'll kind of move back towards the middle. Six of Cups, emotional pleasure. So I think it made them feel good to scoff at us. I think that really, realistically, that was probably the goal of that statement, was to make a point, and maybe not so much to be serious about it. Who knows? We'll ask some more questions about it. Happy memories of the past, though. Isn't it funny? Happy memories of the past is, usually what does this card say? This card says pleasure. So I don't know. There's writing in a font that I can't hardly read at the bottom. I always think of like another deck that I have and how every time I see it, it's so blatantly obvious that it is like nostalgia and memories. And of course, the Statue of Liberty, what is she? She's nostalgia. She's memories. The Queen of Swords, truth. And the Hierophant, of course, the old ways. In the statement made, especially based on the combination of these two cards together, not only is it funny and kind of like brings them a little bit of a giggle to say that out loud because it's such a bold thing to say, but as far as the seriousness goes, there's also this sense of recalling old times versus now, how things have changed, how we are not the same allies that we once were. Let's see. What is it I'm feeling? I'm feeling something. There's a thought coming to mind. I think as far as the seriousness goes, they're not completely unserious either, though. You know what I mean? Like, they're not 100% serious, but they're not serious. I think that in a way, it is a good sentiment to get under the skin of the people who need to hear it. To say that we don't deserve to keep something like that. I mean, like I said, it's a bold statement, and very bold statement. The feminine energy is strong here. The old ways are gone. The connection of sorrow and wisdom with the Queen. Yeah, it's very much like it's the sentiment to get under the skin, to kind of put something in perspective that Americans need to hear right now. So let's go one step further, though. But will they really take it? Will they? Well, let's see. I don't know. Let's just get one card. Will they really kind of maybe run with this a little bit? Because this could escalate. I mean, under the Trump regime, anything can escalate. That's how I feel. No, I think they'll give it a rest. It was a one-off, but I love it. It was beautiful. It was perfect. It was well-timed. It was poignant. But yeah, no, they're going to drop it. It's not that serious. All right, let's move on to the next question. We're going to get some juicy ones in here, guys. Okay, listen, I know this is old news at this point, but I've got to ask. I've been like dying to ask this question, and I didn't want to do it off camera because I was like, you know what? This is going to be one of those questions that if I do it off camera, I'm going to immediately regret it and be like, damn, I should have filmed that one, because this, I think, is going to be wild. Do you guys remember a couple weeks ago when Trump did that big dramatic speech in front of Congress for 2 hours, 3 hours, 6 days? It felt like a week. Am I right? It kind of felt like a week. It's like he just kept going and going. Do you remember at one point in the night when he's prancing around in the crowd like a peacock, he passed by Amy Coney Barrett because some of the Supreme Court justices were there. She gave him the stank eye from hell, you guys. Listen, she stank-eyed him. Since I'm far enough along in the shuffle here, I think I'm going to go ahead and keep this one on the table. Tarot's trying to intervene in the conversation. We're going to keep this one just for a second and see if it factors in. I want to know, what does Amy Coney Barrett actually think of Donald Trump? Oh my God, these cards are mouthy today, you guys. They're dying to tell me something. Holy cow. Should we count it? I don't know if we should count it. We're going to just go with it. This is going to be where we start, apparently. Tarot has decided. Okay, here's a conspiracy theory for you. I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say that there is a sense of romance in these three cards. I know what you're thinking. That's preposterous. That's ridiculous. You guys saw how she stank-eyed him, right? We all saw it, right? I don't know what it is. I'm getting this overwhelming romantic, like, did they have a fling? Is that what Tarot? Oh, this is not happening. Really, Tarot? Seriously? This is crazy. I swear that's the vibe I'm getting, guys. It's the emotion, like the overflowing of emotion, like, what does Amy really think of Trump? Overflowing emotion that night when she saw him. Maybe that's the first time she saw him since, I don't know, that night under the stars or something. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And then we have this, I feel like this tragic romance here of cups, emotions, swords, truth, justice. Maybe their paths were split by a cruel stroke of destiny. I don't know. It's something Romeo and Juliet style, honestly. That's the vibe I'm getting from this. You know, it's not very often that I read this card as the lover. I forget sometimes the love, like it, but it's coming through so strong right now. This is crazy. Definitely a sense of defensiveness here. Let's clarify. I didn't expect to ask this question. Do Amy and Trump have a history, romantically speaking? Tarot, give us all the hot tea. Is it true that Amy Coney Barrett and Donald Trump had some type of whirlwind love affair? Or something of that effect. Some type of romance at some point in time. Well, I'm going to say they had something, but now this card's making me think that it's a little bit more financial. Give us 2 more cards, Tarot, to clarify. Did Amy and Trump have something going on? Please clarify. Heartbreak. Something tore them apart. I think at one point in time, they might have been in love. I know this sounds crazy, guys. This is what it looks like, genuinely. I hesitate to say this. Too much limelight and too much to lose financially, politically, and because of their jobs. They were too high profile. And it would have only led to heartbreak. And it did lead to heartbreak in a way. I think they have a romantic history. That's why she stank-eyed him. Well, there goes like 3 other questions that I was going to ask because I did not expect this to happen. So there you go, guys. If there's any internet sleuths out there interested, somebody get on this quick and uncover the truth between Amy Coney Barrett and Donald Trump and their love affair, because apparently they had one. Not even joking. Okay, let's get a new question. All right, guys. This one is going to be wild. So I'm filming this on the 18th. Something happened today where Donald Trump was giving a speech at the Kennedy Center and he experienced some kind of Mitch McConnell. Do you know what I mean by that? Do you remember when they would be filming Mitch McConnell at the podium and then he would just suddenly turn into the cupcake dog from the meme and just stare off into oblivion? So Trump kind of did that, but instead of just going quiet, going silently into that good night. I'm being mean again. I'm sorry. Instead of just keeping his big orange mouth shut, I've got to watch it. I'm going to get into so much trouble. He started rambling about crazy stuff, like literally just off ramps to nowhere. Don't cry, Elon. No, I don't know what he was talking about, but he started rambling and his staff cut the feed. They cut the feed because even they know sometimes you have to come get peepaw. I'm not being ageist, guys. I promise. I love elderly people. I just don't love Donald Trump. And all bets and all fairness is off when it comes to Donald Trump. So let's take a look. What happened with Donald Trump at the Kennedy Center today? Let's get one card down, Tarot. What happened? What was that about? Oh, interesting. King of Wands. Give us 2 more cards to clarify some more details on this King of Wands energy. I feel like already I'm thinking brain on fire. I don't know where that thought's coming from. Oh, King of Swords energy. 1 more card to clarify, Tarot. Clarify. Uh-oh. The Chariot running away. Off ramps to nowhere. That's what the Chariot's doing. It's taking an off ramp to nowhere. Okay, I'll stop. I promise I'll behave. This is a male force who is used to relying on his strengths physically and mentally, and someone who has trusted themselves in the past to be mentally sharp, verbally sharp. But there's an element of stubbornness coming in that tells me this person, I guess, is not really ready or willing to concede that those things aren't at their disposal anymore. The chariot probably should have been reversed here. I don't allow my cards to reverse, but what I'm getting from it is that when things are moving too fast and the change is coming too quickly, he's having trouble keeping up. The old ways are pretty much done. Like, he doesn't have those things to fall back on anymore, if that makes sense. So let's go a little bit farther, though, and let's say when this happened, what do we want to ask? How do I ask this? Trump's staff, they are aware of this, surely. Tarot, give us some answers. Are they helping him hide this? Are they aware that something is really wrong and they're kind of working strategically together to keep it under wraps? Is that what we're seeing here? Because that's what it seems like. This is the second time, at least, that a feed has been cut when he seems to be having a struggle of some sort. So, Tarot, give us some answers on that. Are they aware and they're hiding it? Yeah, so let's get a couple more cards. Yeah, I think he's not well, and they know it. Withering. Withering comes to mind. The word withering when I look at that card. Oh, wow. So generally a positive card, the Hermit, can be enlightenment and shining a light on the path. I feel like in this spread for this question, the thought of hidden things comes to mind. And also simultaneously being lost in the dark. One more card. Just for clarification. I'm not going to lie, this is kind of sad and pretty heavy. So in regard to them, his staff, his entourage, whatever, whoever's running that aspect of the regime, they are on the ball when it comes to, I guess the best way to say it is to picking up the loose ends. Making sure that they clean up after him as he goes. They are holding dear to the thing that matters in this situation. And it's interesting, I'm kind of getting this vibe, despite the general symbology of the goat, which, if you Google this, it's not going to say that goats and tarot have anything to do with what I'm about to say. But it's almost kind of, there's this feeling of what is it? It's sinister. I don't want to say elder abuse, but it kind of feels like that. And I'm really not, somebody the other day in the comments was like, you're being dogmatic. And I swear to God, I'm not. This is just these are the raw thoughts that come to my head. Hence the reason I stutter all over the place and get so excited I get tongue-tied. These thoughts just start racing through my mind, and I'm getting this sense with this card of how she fits into this equation is that this is representative of their youthful energy, holding on because they've got this motive. The goat is really prominent to me right now in this image. I normally wouldn't notice it, but I'm thinking there's these malicious intentions or this maybe even malicious treatment. Okay, I'm going to stop rambling because I think you get the point. But yes, they are aware and they are helping to hide it. So having said all of this, Tarot, give us 3 cards of something we need to know about this situation. So I have the 6 of Pentacles. Oh, there's that card. Ooh. Very blatantly, very boldly, my thoughts immediately went to they're going to lord over the American people with this issue because they don't want to show weakness while someone in the background suffers. And I think it's DJT that's suffering. This is at his expense in a way. He is the one suffering in this situation. They're going to put on a pretty show of how everything's okay while everything is actually really bad. And it very well may manifest into something much worse. I don't know if it will be public or not, if it will become prominent in the news. I don't know how it'll pan out, but yeah, they're going to keep up appearances in a basically just to keep from showing weakness. So that's really sad, actually. This got really heavy. I'm going to stop this question. This one's making me really uncomfortable for some reason. Let's get another question going. Let's go out with a bang for this video. Let's get 5 cards down for going into the month of April with the Trump regime. 5 cards down. How are we going to kick off the month of April with Donald Trump and the regime? And guys, while I shuffle and concentrate, if anybody's interested, we need a name for her. She's too lovely to not have a name. If you have any names, drop them down in the comments. If you see any names you like, click like. Whichever one gets the most likes, that will be her name from now on. I'll let you guys name the hand. Now, I've been meaning to ask you all about this for a while, and I was like, are they going to think that's stupid? I don't know. I think it's cute. Oh, okay. Yikes. I guess we got our first 2 cards. We need 3 more cards, Tarot, for going into the new month here in a week or 2 with the regime. Give us some details, some information. Now, the cards have got something to say. They're getting all out of whack. But yeah, drop your suggestions or whatever you think I should name her, drop it down in the comments. And whoever gets the most likes, that's what we'll name her. That's what I'll call her from now on. Oh, the devil. That's always pleasant to see. Hello, devil. Oh my. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is the Minor Arcana Death card right there. You know what? I kind of had a feeling that one was going to pop up, and we got Ace of Pence. All right, so this is our month of April, beginning month of April, going into the month of April. So we've got the devil. Give us a little clarification on the devil. Give us a little detail of the energy of the devil. And I might just put this in fast forward so you guys don't have to watch every step of the way. Let's start here. The devil and the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like, yeah, I can definitely see desire and responsibility. Kind of a little bit of a tug of war here. That's sort of what it feels like. I think going into April, there's going to be some issues with truth and lies and finances. And I know, duh. What else has there been so far throughout this administration? It's going to get worse. I'm wondering if there is a little bit of a hint here at something with P25 and the Heritage Foundation. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to manifest it. Just remember that I mentioned it. It may become relevant later on. This one right here, failure and stagnation. Again, with that withering gloom feeling. I think we're going to see like some type of massive failure of some effort or some situation. It could be something, I'm kind of getting the feeling, most likely it's going to be something that Trump has touted and drawn a lot of media attention to. And I think it's going to backfire. We're going to all watch it fail spectacularly. We would probably otherwise get clarification for this, but I'm just going to do like a little lightning round type of thing. But that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from these two. Let's move on to these two now. So here we have the Star and the Nine of Wands. This one, excuse me, this one I think is pretty straightforward, actually. And I have a feeling that I know maybe if it's talking about a specific person, I kind of know who it's talking about. Sorry, I'm looking around the camera and I'm accidentally holding the cards off the edge of the frame. Sorry about that. Defending something, defending ideas, defending a position with guidance, being led to defend. So I feel like there are a couple of prominent figures. The new, what's the guy in Canada? I've got his name written down somewhere. He's replacing Justin Trudeau. I can't remember his name. I feel like it might be him. It may not be, but there is a sense of a new guiding defense. Maybe a new voice of reason comes onto the scene. Maybe it's got something to do with some of the town hall things that are going on. Those are getting pretty intense. Well, they've been pretty intense. Let's be honest. They've been wild for quite some time. But we're going to see, I feel like, you know what? I kind of don't feel like it's a person. I feel like it's an idea. The next one. Actually, let's save this one for last because of that card. Let's move on to this one. So here we have the Hierophant and we have the Ace of Pentacles. God, you know what that makes me feel like? Y'all, this is crazy. This kind of makes me feel like a new president. I didn't say it. You didn't hear nothing. I didn't say it. Especially considering death of an emperor, new president. I'm going to stop. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm not going to, no. But that's April. That is April. We'll do some more in detail, in-depth digging around later on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. If you didn't like it, you can hit dislike. It's okay. No biggie. In the meantime, you guys hit up the description. Check out some of my links. I'm going to be working on another video. Let me know if you have any questions, anything you want me to cover. Wow. What a heavy note to end on. This was a heavier reading than I thought it would be. I kind of thought we were in for something lighthearted and fun. I didn't get to my Elon questions. Those would have been hilarious. I bought a new oracle deck, especially for Elon readings, but you guys will have to stick around to see those in a future video. All right, guys, I hope you have a great week. Is it Monday? No, it's Tuesday. Holy hell. I don't know, guys. I don't know what's going on right now. Anyway, this sucked the energy out of me. I'm not going to lie. This was an intense reading. Time to do a big shuffle. You guys have a good week. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, leave a comment. Don't forget to name the hand. Check out my book, you guys. I'm a writer by trade. I write stories. I write fiction stories, spooky Appalachian fiction stories. So if you like that type of thing, grab a copy of my book. It is available on audiobook. And no, I did not record the audiobook myself. I had a professional do it, and he did amazing, and he deserves lots of praise. Also, if you do like reading, I have a Substack you can check out. I post lots of cool, witchy, spooky story things over there. I post some Trump treachery over there as well. So if you like reading about tarot and stuff, check that out. All right, I'm going to stop rambling, and I will see you guys in the next video.